Immaculate was directed by Michael Mohan and stars Sydney Sweeney. They last made The Voyeurs together. And this film follows Cecilia, a woman of devout faith, who is warmly welcomed to the picture-perfect Italian countryside, where she is offered a new role at an illustrious convent. But it becomes clear to Cecilia that her new home harbors dark and horrifying secrets. When it comes to religious horror, Catholicism has historically gotten the most attention for sure. It's really played out at this point. There's very little that can be done that hasn't been done before. Just about every single haunting of something movie usually involves an exorcist, crosses that turn upside down, birds that seem to lose their minds and crash into every window in sight, and other various tropes and cliches of the subgenre. Immaculate has some of them, but not all. What this movie does have that not every Catholic horror movie does is Sydney Sweeney. She gives an extremely strong performance as a very devout woman who cares so much about her faith and wants to please God more than anything, but it's perhaps how devout she is that makes her so naive. She believes that everybody at this convent is on her side no matter what, and that anybody will do anything to do the right thing, and that's how she enters into this story, a true, genuine innocent, but by the end of it, a lot of things happen that completely tarnish her view of the entire world and her faith. Still on her performance, though, there is a shot in this movie that lasts for a very long time. It's unbroken, that involves a lot of very big acting, and she is excellent in it. It is a very hold your breath moment, and I thought she was fantastic in the film. Michael Mohan is also a very good filmmaker in that he knows how to build tension and suspense. The elements of The Voyeurs that I liked generated that very well. And here he has a few excellent sustained sequences of suspense that really pile on the dread. And I think it would be important for me to acknowledge one very specific thing, and that is that a movie about someone who's very devout in their faith and believes it wholeheartedly, who slowly begins to realize that not everything is so great about their faith and some nasty things are happening behind closed doors, that's obviously going to mean more to me than your average viewer, because I understand exactly what that feels like. Granted, this movie takes a very horror approach to it, and there's blood and guts and all kinds of things. Speaking of that, this movie is actually a lot gorier than I thought it would be. There are some surprisingly bloody moments and some very wince-inducing moments that are going to get, like, if fingernails are a problem, just be prepared for that. Now, this film does something similar to The Voyeurs in one very specific way, in that there is a reveal of sorts, and if you aren't on board with it, you will not like this movie and it won't work for you. In The Voyeurs, the reveal did not work for me. I checked out and it wasn't playing for me. This one's different because I understand the trappings of this kind of movie, the things you're expected to see, the types of things that all of these movies have. Sometimes you can maneuver those things in a clever way. Other times it can feel a bit ham-fisted. There are moments near the third act of the movie where some of the dialogue did feel a little hammy, where a movie villain has to kind of present themselves and they have to look like a movie villain. And it felt like it stopped being this really subtle, subdued horror film and became a bit B-movie. But Sydney Sweeney's performance and the very good camera work and editing, I think, saved all that for me. So if you guys do check out Immaculate, I'm curious to know what you think. I'm also looking forward to seeing Roadhouse. I know, I don't know, Doug Liman making an action movie with Jake Gyllenhaal where he's punching folks. I would like to see that. So hopefully I'll get a video for that in the next few days. Guys, thank you so much, as always, for watching. Look forward to more videos very soon. And if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.